Hey everyone, welcome to Expanding Capacity. My name is Michael Risk. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to be focusing on the activity of looking, and it's going to be a full body integration routine. So we're going to go work through the feet, the hips, the core, the neck, and the shoulders, all in a single routine. I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to start with just a few grounding breaths, just to center ourselves. Then we're going to do a few litmus tests to see what our starting point is. Then we're going to do something constructive, come back and see if our efforts were worthwhile, which they will be, because I've been doing this for long enough now that I know they will be. So let's get to it. Let's have some fun. Okay, so 3 deep breaths. Let's go. Start with a body scan. What are the position of your shoulders? Are they more rounded, neutral, or chest out? I'm definitely a little more on the rounded side. All right. We'll come back and recheck that at the end. Now let's go through our looking litmus test. Make sure you stand somewhere in your room where you can easily get back to. All right, you're going to start by looking over your left shoulder 3 times. So just take yourself about as far as you think you can go. Just find what can you look at clearly. Lock in on that one thing. And then just confirm it 2 more times. You might find you go a little further the next couple times. That's fine. Just don't get forceful. Find your edge. Okay, I see my window here very clearly. I'll go the other way. It's probably a little past my threshold on that one. There, right now I'm looking at the camera very clearly. Yeah, this is what I've got clearly, maybe a little bit off from there. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to go into the side bending plane. All right, so you're going to let your head fall to the left as your hips slide to the right. Let the hand just lower down the leg. And this will be your reference point, okay? How far the hands move down the leg. All right, and so for me, I'm about mid-knee right now on the left side. I'm going to go the other way. I'm certainly above my knee. Not for long. Okay, yeah, definitely above my knee on this side here. All right, and now what we want to do is we want to go into the last plane of motion. This is probably the trickiest one. It's softening the knees as the chin tucks and hollowing out through the midsection. You're trying to form the letter C, okay? So now the one way to measure this is when you do this, keep your arms locked, and as your shoulders round, right, they're gonna lift to some degree, right? That's gonna be our reference point for how well we go into this motion of flexion. I'm gonna go one more here and hold. All right, close your eyes, get a snapshot of where you are. Okay, and then we'll come back and check that at the end. Last one here is the chin lift, right? So as you lift your chin, it's okay to let your hips slide forward. All right, and so I'm pointing out, somewhere in this direction. If I just put my hand under my chin, I'm like out that way. All right, and obviously, I'm looking to get up by the end. So, all right, let's get to it. We're going to start in our feet. We're going to work right up through the chain. So the first thing we're going to do is you're going to go hands fixed on a wall. You want to walk your feet around the corner until you start to feel hesitation, the body resisting you going any further in this direction. If you still feel the resistance when you're in the position, just back off a little bit. I want you at the edge, but not pushing too much into it. Now, what you're going to do here is you're going to look over the shoulder, since we also want to improve looking. And then since we're going to start with a foot driver, you're just going to roll from your heels to your toes. Heels to toes as the hands stay fixed. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more hold. Hold it. Ready? Pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. You just had 20 opportunities to find your threshold. So every repetition is going to help you to enhance your body awareness, which is absolutely vital to expand capacity. So now you're going to put your hands, walk your feet in the other direction. I certainly have less range here. I'm going to look back toward my hands over my shoulder. I'm going to roll to the toes. 8, 7, 6. 3 to go. 3. If you feel any discomfort, you're going too far, or you're positioned to aggressively hold the last one here. Pulse. 9, 8, 5, 4, and 1. Okay. Now we're going to do is we're going to switch the plane of motion. We want to go into our lateral bend to the left. Okay. So you can allow the hips to slide to the left, the head to fall to the right, and then the hands are just going to help to hold this position. Okay. So wherever you are naturally, the hands are just supporting. And we're going to do the same thing now. You're going to roll from the heels to the toes. Now this one feels good to go in both directions. I'm lifting off of my heels when I go forward, not intentionally, and then I'm lifting off of my toes when I go back. Again, doesn't need to be forceful, just find the edge. 9, 10, let's hold the back. We're gonna pulse. 9, 8, so each one you're just lifting the toes, popping up onto the heels. 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's switch that over. All right, so let your head slide to the left, your head fall to the right, hip slide to the left. Get your hands in a position to hold that. Ready? And now we're going to rock. We're going to go forward onto the toes and then back onto the heels. All right, close your eyes if you feel stable enough. Feel where is the edge in each direction. That's the most important thing. Where's the edge? If you can become masterful in finding the edge, you have a surefire path to continually expanding your capacity. Then it's just getting in the reps. Let's go one more. Hold the back position. Pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now what we're going to do from here is we're going to go into the last plane of motion. So we want to start with that hollowed out position. Remember, we had the arms back like this. Now we're just going to drive the elbows back. Okay, and then from here, you want to get your elbows on the wall. You want to walk your feet forward so you're leaning back into the elbows, and you're just going to do a little mini squat. As you squat, you're tucking your chin. You're tucking your chin. The knees are obviously more than soft, they're bent. I have good rounding through my back. I feel a great stretch down my entire back along my spine on each side. This is so needed because we've been taught not to round our backs. Okay, one more here. Hold, ready? Let's pulse. 9. Now, every time I pulse, I'm dropping down a little bit, but I'm also tucking the chin a little. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now we're going to switch that over. We're going to go into the extended position. So this one here, you're going to raise your hands until you start to feel some resistance, like they don't really go much higher naturally. Get your hands fixed at that height first. Then you can see if you can walk them up the wall a little bit. It's not necessary to go higher, but if you have a little bit more in the tank, go for it. Just don't reach as high as you can because then you won't have any room to move. Okay, so what we're going to do from here is you're just going to allow, you have to make sure your hands are high enough. You're going to allow the hips to slide forward. Allow the hips to slide forward here. And let's hold this next one and ready. We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, there we have it. So that was the foot sequence, and now we're going to move right up to the hip. So what we're going to want to focus on here is the ability to hinge at the hip. Okay, so I'm just going to do a few of these. Please join me. As your foot slides back, your chest falls forward. As you hinge forward, you're flexing your hip. right? And then you'll feel the glute muscles on this side contracting, right? Or becoming stimulated, right? You want to hold this pitched position, okay? Once you've got that, I'm just going to turn this way, right? So you can get that foot back, hold the pitch, right? And then look over the shoulders. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Let's go back to the left. Hold. We're going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now switch. Go to the other way. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. This way we get a little bit at both ends of the spectrum. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same movement on the other side. Let's just do a couple repetitions just to see how well we pitch or hinge forward at the hip. I don't go near as far here, so I'm not going to force it, but it's good to know. All right, so ready? You're going to slide the foot back. Make sure both hands are holding. And then from here, what you want to do, you look over each shoulder. So we're going to rotate. We'll go 10 per direction, and then we'll pulse for 5 per direction. And as long as you really want to keep your focus on remaining grounded in your heel, right? Sit heavy in the heel. That's the primary focus. As you rotate is actually the secondary focus. All right, let's hold to the right. Let's pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, other side, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that's the transverse plane. Now we're going to go into the frontal plane. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just slide the foot right across the body here, just like so. Ready? So let's just get a few, and let's just see how well do we bend in this direction. We're still pivoting at the hip. Okay, we're going to hold that. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to bend our head side to side, just like so. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 8. It's 9. And let's hold. Ready? We're going to pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch that over to the other side. Let's just first check to see what kind of motion we have through the hip. Make sure you sit heavy into the heels. You slide the foot across the body. Okay, we're going to hold that position. All right, now what we're going to do from here is we're going to bend side to side. One side's going to feel easier to move toward, and the other is going to feel more difficult. That's going to be the situation in all planes of motion. You just want to find your edge in each direction. All right, but when we pre-position the foot across the body, we're stimulating the lateral hip. And then we have this kind of looking driver, the head, eyes. Okay, let's hold the next one. Ready, hold. You're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll go the other way. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Now we want to go into the next plane of motion. Right, so we're going to go back to the, we're actually going to go right foot is going to rotate around the corner in both directions. Okay, so we're going to wind the hip up. So we're going to wind it up one way, and then we're going to end up winding it up the other way. Okay, so let's wind it up here, right? And then from here, what I want to do is I want to now go tuck the chin. Now, most of my weight, by the way, is on the stance foot. This foot's just a little bit of a kickstand. It's a placeholder, right? My heel's not even down, because I want to keep the responsibility on the weight-bearing heel, okay? So I've pre-positioned my rotation. I'm going to tuck my chin and then lift my chin. Tuck and lift. Tuck and lift. We're going to go for 8. Every time we tuck, we turn on the back side of the core. Every time we lift, we turn on the front side of the core. 9. Okay, 10. Let's go back down. Let's tuck. Let's pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now go to the high position. Ready? We're going to pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now let's go in the other direction. Right foot's going to be weight bearing. Left foot's going to reach across the body. Just do a couple reps just to kind of see how much hip rotation you have. Mine's definitely less on this side, so I'm not going to force it. Remember to keep the heel lifted. The ball of the foot on the left is just a placeholder. So ready? Now we're going to tuck and lift. And lift. Tuck. Lift. Four, 3, keep the pressure on the heel. 2, 1. Let's pulse in the low position first. So we'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to lift. We'll go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to keep moving right up the chain. We're going to go into the core. And now what we're going to do is we want to fix our hands. So this is going to be similar to what we did with the feet, all right? So, but the driver is going to change. If you remember earlier, we had the feet, we were sliding to the ball of the foot. Now what we're going to do is we're actually going to use the eyes as a driver. Okay, so position's the same, driver has changed to emphasize what's happening in the core rather than down at the feet. 8, 9, hold the edge. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. Right. Let's switch that over. Let's go feet in the other direction now. All right. Get the feet separated first. Find that threshold, and then start to look. 9, 8, 7. Oh, I'm sorry. This is just. Yeah. No. We're good. We're good. Like you, I think I went into the pulsing. 8. Let's just go full repetitions, and then hold, and then we're gonna pulse. 9. You can keep some extra pressure in the right heel of hand here. It'll stabilize the shoulder and allow the core to go through more motion. 9, 10. Okay. So now what we want to do is we're going to position the body in the frontal plane, similar to before. Right. So we're going to allow the hips to slide to the left, the head to fall to the right. We're going to hold with the hands there. And then from here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drive the head. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8, 9. Okay, I'm going to hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and now we're going to switch it over to the other side. So first, let the hips slide to the right, head falls to the left. Get the hands in that placeholder position. And now just nice and easy, we'll let the head take us a little further down into that side bend, just to our edge. 7, 8, 9. Hold. Let's pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves back into the same position as before. We're going to drive the elbows up behind us. Hopefully you're feeling that they're coming a little bit higher at this point. You're going to fix your elbows onto the wall, walk the feet away. But now instead of driving the squat, we're going to drive the chin tuck to lift, tuck to lift. 3, 4. Few more here. And we're going to hold the lifted position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to flip that around. We're going to go hands up on the wall, get them to a comfortable height. And then from here, what we're going to do is the same thing. We're going to tuck the chin. And then we're going to lift the chin. Now in this one here, as you lift the chin and the hips slide forward, keep your heels down. So it's tucked to lift. When you lift your chin and your hips slide forward, you should feel your abdominals contracting. One more here. Let's hold the lifted position. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 and 10. Okay. So now what we want to do from here is we're going to scoot right up to the neck. Right. And so what you're going to need for this is a towel, something that you can lean your head against, okay? Because we're going to have our head fixed the whole time. So we're going to get the towel fixed, head height. You want to have the top center of your forehead fixed. Get the feet far enough back against the wall so that you're having to lean forward. You feel nice and stable. Okay, now from this position, what we can do is we're just going to rotate our shoulders to the left 10 times. Nice and easy, just find your edge every time. In stable environments, I prefer eyes closed, so I get a real good sense of the signals my body's offering. 9, 10, hold, pulse, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and now we're gonna go the other way. Center to right. Keep the forehead fixed. 6, 5. 2 more. 2. Let's hold. Ready. Pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to switch. Sorry, I'm very sweaty. We're going to switch directions with the hips. All right. So now we're just going to go back to the forehead fixed. And now just let your hips slide from the center to the left. Center to left. And every time the hips slide to the left, you're going to increase pressure into your forehead. That's 2 and 1. All right, and then hold. We're going to pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and now what we're going to do is we're going to go in the other direction. If you need a little break, I'm just going to lift here. My neck's a bit tired, so I can only assume that yours is as well. Deep breath, and let's go back in. All right, center to right now. Every time your hips slide to the right, your head has to bend to the right in order for the body to stay upright. 4, 3, 2, hold. Ready? We're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go into the last plane of motion. So we're going to go hips driving back first. As your head's fixed and you slide your hips back, you're going to feel the weight transition from the top of your forehead toward the bridge of your nose, probably not quite that far. All right, so let's get that head fixed. All right, let's slide the hips back. Let's let some weight gently, slowly transition down the front of the forehead. This movement is simple and as subtle as it is, it's surprisingly exhausting because it's actually conditioning all the muscles in the back of the neck that have to hold your head up. And when we look at screens all day, they become deconditioned. Okay, let's hold that. Ready? Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. I definitely need a short break. We're going to go back to the head fix, and now we're going to allow ourselves to slide forward toward the whiteboard. Okay. So from here now, it's okay, again, to allow the heels to lift here if they want to, if that feels natural. I'm not trying to make that happen. That's just what's happening. Okay, we're going to go 5 more here. This is the same as bringing the chin to the chest, except we're bringing the chest to the chin. 9. Okay, we're going to hold ready, and now we're going to go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. All right, so now what we're going to do from here is we're going to go to the shoulders. All right, so you can get rid of your towel. And you're just going to grab a doorway or something that you can hold on to. You want to make sure that you're standing in front of your hand, and then you're going to twist away. Just kind of look away from the hand. So you're in front of the hand, and then you're twisting away from the hand. And then you're just going to look over that right shoulder 10 times. Don't force it. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold. We're going to pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and now let's switch that over. So right hand holding onto something about shoulder height. It can be higher or lower as well. Grab where you feel comfortable. Step in front of the hand. From here, you're going to look away from the hand. Find your threshold already, and then we're just going to go. We're going to look for 10, 9, 8. I definitely feel more resistance here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold this. Ready? We're going to pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One thing I just want to point out here, as we do this, we're clearly feeling like a chest stretch, and people would go on a doorway and do something like this, and that's cool. But can you see that when we position, whether it's the hand holding or even the elbow, when we integrate, the primary focus is not the stretch now, it's the looking, it's the restoration of function. That's how we get ahead with this approach. Is we're not, yes, there are muscles there, and yes, we're gonna feel stretches. That's all secondary. That doesn't matter. What really matters is we're trying to enhance our function, our ability to squat, lunge, reach, look, do all of our day-to-day activities with more comfort and ease, right? So that really requires us to come back and look at how our conditioning program is structured. I think we leave a lot of the benefit on the table when the focus is on stretching muscles as opposed to restoring function. Okay, so now let's go into the next plane of motion. So you're just going to grab whatever it is. You're going to be sliding your hips away. You step your feet away from your hands, but then we're going to go into our side bend. All right, and so the hand is fixed. When we fall toward the hand with the head and away with the hips, we're increasing our distance away from the hand. The shoulder is having to control this motion. And so now we're moving our body on our hand. Okay, hold. Okay, pulse. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're just going to switch that over. Grab on the other side. Let's just get a sense of what your range is. You may have to, now I'm going to just take this other hand, place it onto the wall. You want as many parts of your body touching a firm surface. You'll get way more out of the activity without having to work any harder. A lot of people think that this is cheating, but it's just working smart. Just knowing how the nervous system operates at a fundamental level, and then creating the environment that allows, because the goal is, right, we're trying to restore function and controlled range of motion. And that's exactly what we're doing here with stability. Hold that, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And now we're going to do is we're going to go into the next plane of motion. It's the forward to back. So you're just going to grab something down and behind you, actually with both hands. And then you're just going to walk away from your hands until you feel some resistance. And then from here, we're going to go chin tuck to lift. Okay, so it'll be a little tuck and mostly a lift. Lift. That feels good. And so when we walk away from the hands, we're placing a greater demand on the shoulders to have to control the movement. And your shoulders right now, every time you look up, your shoulders have to go through a motion called extension. It's kind of the same as reaching behind you. Okay, hold. Ready? Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and now what we want to do is we're going to go hands back up on the wall. Make sure that you're standing a little bit further away. And then from here, you're just going to tuck the chin and just add a little bit of a squat to it. So it's a little tuck, little squat. The hands are pushing into the wall. And every time you drop down and tuck your chin, it's the same as you bringing your arms overhead, but it's just you moving down as opposed to your arms moving up. But the resultant motion is the arms will go better overhead. 9, okay, and then I'm going to hold, pulse, 9. So I'm pulsing both the chin tuck and the mini squat. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, there we have it. Let's go back to our litmus test. Drum roll, please. Okay, let's look over the left shoulder. Whoa. It's definitely a massive difference. While I can see this other window, it's still a bit in my periphery, but I can very clearly see a picture here on my wall, which is nice. It's a clear, definitive difference with an immediate result with zero stretching. Okay, so now we go the other way. I was looking previously just right about the screen, and now I have full view on this closet here in my office. So massive difference. All right, now we're going to go to the side bending. So before I reach down to about mid-knee, and now I'm, without forcing it at all, I'm getting below my knee. All right, so big difference there. Let's go the other way. This one I was above the knee. Okay, and now I'm about mid-knee. So they both improved. All right. And now we're going to go to the chin tuck, knee soften, hollow out. All right, so let's just get a few of those. I'm definitely feeling a lot more stimulation along my backside. Now let's just integrate the arms. Okay, so my arms are going much higher than before. There we go. There we go. And now we're going to go chin tuck, or chin lift. And so now I was chin out about here, and now I'm pretty much up to the ceiling. Okay, so there's no way, well, let's do one more thing. Posture scan. All right, so let's go eyes closed. And definitely a 180 here. I went from shoulders rounded to now chest out. Feel very confident, very certain in my body. It's a good feeling. You know, it's great to have good posture. Let's finish our 3 deep breaths. We're going to go for 1 for mind, 1 for body, 1 for spirit. So let's go inhale through the nose. Well, thank you so much for joining me. This was a great integration routine. What I want to say is the most important thing is when you noticed imbalances, and we all have imbalances, you must understand that that is the root cause of stiffness, pain, and discomfort. You don't have to chase the symptom. You just have to balance the imbalance. It's what I'm an expert at. It's what we do at Expanding Capacity. Come check us out at school.com/expanding capacity. And now I'm going to actually hop into a call with my members, and we're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna chat. I'm gonna see if I can be helpful, help them troubleshoot anything that they may have come across. And yeah, we'd love to have you join us. All right, make it a wonderful day. I'll see you next week for our next activity. Cheers.